So going way back now to the first set of bans, they did end up banning that axe. Hippomaniacs did not want to end up dealing with that again, because like we were talking about, it seemed like Axe was able to lend more utility than it was the Terrorblade. They won't have to force a tri-lane against the Axe to end up dealing with them. And in this game, there's not really a hero so far that's picked that could be exactly like that.
5 seconds remaining.
They pick up the Faceless Void, and I like seeing the Faceless Void. The Tiny was picked up on the side of Hippo, so possibly didn't I pick up, because Tiny and Faceless seem to be picked up a lot because of the good old Tree Volley. That is just a really strong ability. You just Tree Volley the Chrono. It's almost the same size as the non-talent spec Chrono. Because if you end up going for the talent for increased Chrono AoE, it's a lot harder to try and find the correct circle for Tiny to do that volley into.
Yeah, absolutely. At a certain point, your Chronosphere gets too big, and you end up blocking your teammates more than you end up catching the end.
Yeah, that's why I'm always weary myself to end up trying to grab that Faceless Void Chrono AoE talent. Backtrack is pretty good as well, but like a lot of people usually just grab that AoE. But that AoE is literally the size of your screen, so it's gotta be real careful with that one. So, Hippo, do you pick up a Wraith King at the secondary pick? This is a hero that we saw a lot during actual TI, and by that I mean mostly Hector, just picking him up in the SA region, like absolutely just farming the whole entire game, much like I like to call the Terrorblade effect, but instead not in the jungle. Hector just jumped around lanes, throws down the skeletons, TPs to the next one with his Radiance, and continues to farm in the previous ones, and I don't know if Hippomaniacs will end up running the same kind of thing here, but with an Undying, Tiny, and Shadow Demon combo so far, I imagine there will be enough space on the map for that. And Singularity will ban out the Kunkka, which could be ran as either an off-laner or a safe laner, but this could be, and I've only theorized with this one, the 3 Undying, because ever since they changed the, Soul Rip spell, I believe, which is his heal, it's actually super strong if you just spec directly into that and go 1-3-1 as a 3 Undying. So this could be a thing, but it's probably just going to be the 3 Tiny.
What if it was a 1 Tiny? Where would everybody else fall into place?
I think if it was a 1 Tiny, then you'd probably run the Wraith King in the safe, and then you'd end up picking a different offlaner. Undying is 4, and then Shadow Demon 5. I wouldn't be surprised if a mid-Tiny is actually the play in this one, but seeing as Singularity have yet to reveal if this Mirana is a core, or a 4, or a mid, or who knows what, they ban out the Invoker just for safekeeping, though, because Invoker would have been one of those heroes that, without the identity of what role would be fitting, Invoker would be that one that would just cover up the rest of the stains. But yeah, if it was a 1 Tiny, I would see a Wraith King safe, Undying 4, Shadow Demon 5. But I really don't think they want to put this Tiny in the mid.
I don't think so.
They could just pick up another hero that's like 50-50 that could go in the mid that doesn't have to be in the mid, and then try to base it off what Singularity picks next. But Tiny's got no armor, and he's a really hard hero to end up throwing in the mid at the beginning. Like, he has to beeline 6.
Hippomaniacs has the next pick, and it's Alina.
Alright, so that's going to be their mid hero. I doubt this will be the 4 Lina. Really strong mid, actually. I don't want to say it counteracts the push potential that Singularity have, because Faceless Void will just Chrono Alina every time anyway. Or Jakiro will have the stun. In fact, there's a lot of disable on both of these teams, both of which are equally reliable as the opposing stuns. Maybe Shadow Demon's not so much, as his is just disruption, but still overall, like, a lot of good stuns in this game. This is a big disable game, and whatever Singularity will take as their last hero is going to be a big decider on this run of the game here. Whether or not it will be in mid Mirana, I doubt it though, but they have the opportunity. If it is Alina mid though, they want to run something that could counteract Alina. I wouldn't be surprised if they take Storm Spirit again. Yeah,
And they do.
yeah, this is a good Storm Spirit game. It's it doesn't win or it doesn't lose to the Lina in the mid, But Storm Spirit offers much better roaming potential in this game. There's still a lot of heroes they could catch really easily. It's a little susceptible to try and jump on Curry because Tiny Avalanche is stun procs per second instead of just flat stun timing. So Storm Spirit will have a little bit of trouble trying to find engagements on Curry. Most likely we'll see the rush for the silence a lot earlier. But overall, I think the Storm Spirit was definitely a really good pick. It's a very solid pick. Unfortunately, I think Singularity are going to take this 2-0. I feel like they have a much better draft. They have the Mirana, and as you and I casted yesterday and how many times I talked about it, Mirana is really good at destroying the cannons, or pardon, siege carts, or whatever the heck you want to call them. I believe it.
Siege creeps is the official name.
Gotcha. So I'm still going to call them carts probably. Or no, I called them cannons. I mean, they're basically cannons. But Mirana's really good at just taking out the siege creeps, and that's basically what the meta is still kind of based around. Like, this patch is just very push with the siege creep and end the tower. But they don't have a Terrorblade this game, so they can't just cheese it out. They do. Hippomaniacs have a Wraith King, which could be the counteracting to that. They don't need the. They don't end up needing the siege creep this time around, but I don't think it'll be enough. I think Singularity have the draft this time.
Prepare for battle.
Fire.
So do you think Singularity have this one as well? I'll take this a 2-0 series. Or do you think
I don't know. I'm seriously scared of the Tiny these days, right? The roaming 4 can be super influential in the early game to maybe shut down a Storm Spirit again.
Actually, it looks like this is the 3 Tiny then. It's the 3 Tiny and not the 3 Undying. It's probably just going to be the standard Undying where he just uses Decay and just runs at people, expends all of his mana, and then dies. This is actually one of my favorite Undying sets. Oh, he doesn't have a Tombstone. I don't know if I like this Undying anymore. Doesn't have a Tombstone available. Feels bad, man. He does have the Taunt, so we'll see plenty of Moonwalk and Zombie.
We do see Singularity being a little bit aggressive on the top room.
Trying to trade right clicks off with Ogre McGee, but he's got a stout shield, and he's one beefy boy with 8 base armor. So now we're just seeing a lot of damage go out on Boom, though. He will be the first blood indefinitely, and we do have... Oh no, Mirana went leap, or arrow, so he's not leaping away this time, but now they might find the counter kill on Supreme. Supreme forced to go for the stun to try and resist for the time being. Dual Breath going to be there. They will find the kill on the Dragon, and now Saberlight will confirm the kill, but they won't get the Bounty Rune. But looking at the pickups here, it's actually still a 2-2 even. Man, that was a really aggressive first 4 kills into this game. Oh, Arrow latches on the Undying again. Stun available for Saber as soon as this expires, but he's got a lot of HP, but they really want to be careful about stacking on top of each other for the double strength. And they did not manage to get it, though, so...
That extra decay stack, I think he'll be safe.
Oh, Arrow just whizzing by, but yeah, they'll be perfectly fine, but now he's just sitting at no HP, and the sole thing he could do is just hit decay and hope a wild arrow doesn't hit him, or Saberlight just doesn't throw a stun at him. So it looks like at this point, it might be a 4 Mirana and a farming Ogre McGee, because he has a Quelling Blade and a Stout Shield. Stun goes through. Arrow on the Wraith King again. Boom. Just not having a great time. He does throw down a branch, which I believe Ogre McGee eats it instead. Oh, he used it to try and block Boom, but it wasn't enough. Valve goes through. Heal up Saber. It's just trying to dodge the Undying for the time being to not get hit by that one. So I imagine all the action will be up in this top lane. As we're seeing most of it be in this top lane already. I want to think there was actually a kill somewhere else during that first blood period of time. 1, 2...
No?
No, it was all in the top.
All top.
Okay.
Because Boom went down first.
Are we back up at top? Are they dying? Yeah, they're dying again.
Yep,
Got it.
Undying. Undead. Oh, no.
We'll get the soul
just
rip.
in time.
Yeah, ever since they changed the, oh my goodness, he's getting real low with that no strength. You're getting sapped away now.
And it
Meanwhile,
looks like
in the
he'll
mid,
suicide on a neutral camp.
he'll take the neutral suicide, though it does put him down for a time being. Meanwhile, in the mid, we did see the Storm Spirit end up trying to go for the kill out onto Supreme. Not able to get it, and Supreme, you know, being a gold Lina, has probably had plenty of experience playing at 0 HP as Lina. All you have to do is really land that stun, and you have 2 right clicks coming in, and you know, Fiery Soul's pretty strong ability. We already see the game still just going as fast as it was last game. Supreme actually looking for the Storm Spirit again. Drops the stun, lands the stun, and Mage, obviously not level 6 yet, won't really be able to escape Supreme here. They will find the kill. Easy pickings. All the chat lines are going to be what brings everyone back into the happiness. We don't have our global ding 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 anymore. I miss it already.
Unpopular opinion, I don't like the voice lines. Alright, Ogre Magi looking a little bit low, but with that extra armor.
I think he'll still be alright, actually. He'll land the stun on the Wraith King, and nope, he gets hit by the good old Soul Rip there, doing a lot of damage. Boom, though, getting relatively low as well, but they will be able to disengage. They fortify the creeps for the mid. But it also helps for the top, as they do see...
Sandy going deep.
Oh, my goodness, he's going for the hard dive. And taking all the creeps with him. And he will be able to disengage for the time being, although we do see Murata coming back up to the hill. Does have arrow available, and now we see the Storm
Mage
Spirit
is
coming
also
in.
coming in.
Yeah, Mage not able to find the right angle on that one, though. He does have boots, so that's why the Undying is able to run away with this one with confidence. But speaking of confidence, we see it dwindling away as bottom lane. The Jakiro will eat the dirt, though. The bash is going to be there out onto Curry, but Excalibur should be the one in trouble here. Does have 10 wand charges, so if he needed to, he could just pop them.
And time walk and be safe.
He'll be alright in this scenario. Fortification being expended, I believe, for the top creeps? Mid
Tower?
creeps? Mid tower, okay. That makes sense. Now we have the Mirana in the mid. Now the Storm Spirit can't really do anything. It's just sitting in the jungle. Kind of like our last Singularity game, except for the fact that Terrorblade absolutely dominated the lane and then went into the jungle afterwards.
We'll get vision of him in the jungle.
There's the 5-minute runes as well. Looks like it will be a 3-1 because Saber will end up getting the top. Oh, Murata has a bottle. All right. Like, why is it taking so long to just get the rune? Roaming for Murata.
The prize is mine.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant dropped the scan, and a beautiful scan indeed. They know that Muff is right there.
DNZ looks like he's setting his eyes on Supreme.
Unfortunately, the arrow does manage to nail the cannon. Well, I say unfortunately, that is the sole purpose of a Murata when it comes to this patch right now. But they still managed to get the tower. Siege creep or not.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I mean, Lina basically hitting as hard as a siege creep anyway with Fiery Soul stacks and an Arcane Rune. She really wants to Laguna Blade somebody with this Arcane Rune up, though. She might find the Jakiro, as the Jakiro looks like the only immediate target that can be seen without having to deal with a lot of problems. Stun goes out on the Ogre in the top lane. Don't think they have enough to really chase him because, again, he's an 8 armor hero now with 9 armor and a stout shield. Though Undying is one of the ways to end up counteracting the beefy boy that Ogre is. But, still not going to really change anything. And Mage trying to make a comeback. He's actually at 37-0 despite dying twice.
Sacred Arrow on top, but unfortunately not enough follow damage. There are 4 now into the top lane.
Storm Spirit making a zip. They want to go for Boom, and they will, and find this on Boom, and the follow-up will be there. The arrow goes through, and it actually manages to latch the Undying. I'm dying.
No, Undying's dying.
Haha, segue. No. They do manage to get the Undying, though. I don't know where that I don't know where that cough came from. I promise I'm not sick. Anyway, though, now it's 4 and 6, pardon. Singularity still not with the net worth lead, but they are going to try and take their first tower while the bot tower is also being sieged, possibly losing their first or second tier 1. They do have the cannon in this wave, and they're just going to work with the bloodlust on it. There's only level 2 bloodlust, so it's not going to be extremely quick, but it'll be quick enough.
It'll be quicker than the push on bottom, so we'll probably see some teleports.
Yeah, there is no cart for this one, so... Well, they
Well,
did
they do
clean up
not.
all the trees, so they're probably not going to try and make an aggressive rotation on this one. They'll leave it be. But with that being the thing now, they have all this map domination from that tower. Just this really crudely drawn line of map domination. And to have that kind of domination against a faceless void at 8 minutes, it's going to be real hard for him to farm in this jungle.
Dire's structures are
Singularity continuing their push with the cannon top.
Radiant structures are
Expend the fortification to try and deal as much damage as possible. Dire fortification expended as well, which reduced the amount of damage coming in, but looks like this will just be the static damage that'll be applied. Not too much damage, still a very recoverable amount. No Treant Protector in this game though, so it's not going to be healed up. I want to point out that it is 8.5 minutes. The Ogre has had a kill and 3 assists and is still only level 5. Like that's the sad feeling of being in a tri-lane for almost all of those kills. In fact, everybody is still 5 and 4.
Well, it is only 8 minutes. As much action has been on the field, still only 8 minutes.
Well, we do see the Ogre now finally level 6. He's going to go for his phase boots, actually. So I actually do want to think that the Ogre is the 3. And the Mirana is the 4. And the Dragon is the 5.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What a poor lad. I do like seeing a big beefy Ogre, though. Again, with the highest base HP. It's just one scary boy to run into, especially if he's speccing directly into Bloodlust. He's got 3 in Fire Blast now as well. Just deals all the damage. Although it's not going to really save them from Lina being in the top of the net worth at 5,000 with the DD rune and the Yule's almost completed.
Oh man, smoke on Singularity. Excalibur leading the charge.
And they want to find somebody now that they have this chrono up and online. And unfortunately, the only person they could see at this exact period of time is the Shadow Demon. It's not the greatest kill, but it's still a kill nonetheless. He is a level 5 Shadow Demon, which is above the level of the Chikiro. And in reality, they just want to kill him without expending chrono. So, yeah, they did that, and they don't have to expend chrono. Now they TP to the top lane, and maybe they'll try to chrono up here. Who knows?
Selfish.
10-minute runes.
All mine.
Do see the Wraith King as well. They don't want to go on that one. They don't know if he spec'd Resurrection yet. Obviously, we could see, and it looks like he has yet to spec it. He's not holding on to no, he is holding on to the reserve point. So, if he needs to, he will. But this is a very common thing we see from a lot of Wraith King players in the higher skill brackets. They end up holding on to their level 6 specking and just wait to spec it into something else that seems a little bit more useful. For now, it looks like he actually put it into the Mortal Strike. But he's like an inch from 8, so I imagine he'll hold on to the point again. Yeah, it's something we see a lot from a lot of the higher skill Wraith King players. That they try to hold on to their ultimate before, and they get it just at the right exact moment they need it.
Smoke coming in from Hippomaniacs. Start with the Yules on Lina. It is counter-initiated by the Excalibur.
Do manage to get a Laguna Blade kill, but they find the return kill as well. They want to try to go for the kill on Mage, but the Tombstone's slowing him down. In fact, there's a slow coming out from Muff as well. Tiny coming in here, finding a beautiful 3-man avalanche, but they do manage to kill off the Tombstone. Mirana buys back for this to try and confirm a kill on anybody. Looks like Curry will be going down. No, they toss him away, but there's plenty of ranged heroes here that could end up getting the kill confirmation. We do see the Moonlight Shadow being expended as well. Mage going in for the kill on Muff, and possibly, well, looks like Peksu will end up going down here no matter what. He does have a poison on him, so... Actually, no, he'll be perfectly fine now. Oh, no. Okay, no, that was the poison tick. So, yeah, he'll be perfectly fine. So, they lose 3 for that, but they also got a Mirana buyback out of that, but definitely still worth it. In fact, Mirana actually didn't lose any gold. It stayed at 112 plus, but they are gonna find the Faceless. They could find the Faceless. They're not gonna find the Faceless.
Uses the Chrono to get out.
That's a defensive Chrono. Like, there was no other way that he was gonna be able to escape that without doing that. Like, as soon as they could, they would have just chased him down, because Alina had 2 Fiery Souls on at the time, would have just chased him with that move speed. Yule's following suit with the stun afterwards. It would have just devastated him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a great Chrono. Get him out. Keep him farming. Now's
Saber.
not the time to be dead.
Speaking of dead, Saber will go down in the bot lane. Just massive amounts of damage, though, coming from Tiny Stun, as well as the following abilities. Soul Catcher is such a good ability as well, just doing immense amount of damage. That's probably one of the few ways you can end up killing off this Ogre McGee, is just running with a Soul Catcher, just dropping the HP down. 35% at max level. It's pretty high. I don't know if there's one that increases it. I don't think there is. No. There's one that decreases the cooldown. Storm Spirit jumps in. They do have the Laguna Matana that goes directly out to Saberlight. He will end up going down there. The Tombstone thrown down as well. The arrow goes through. Not going to find any targets, but Supreme getting pretty low here. The Macropyre is going to go down. Will help them confirm the kill, but Mage with no mana, no HP, will eat the dirt. You see Undying trying to chase down Rana here. No leaps available, actually. No leaps for another 10 seconds here. And Muff staying in the backlines, though. The value point stun will be there, slowing down the aggression, and Undying's not going to continue for this beyond that. They get the Storm Spirit and they trade the Lina. It's still a 1-1 trade. I want to think that's extremely even. Actually, no, the Lina gained a lot more gold. Oh no, they killed Ogre, that's why. No 2-1 trade. Just couldn't tell. Ogre respawns so quickly.
Still only level 7.
It's a very early game. I think the only people that are going to have really high levels in this game will be Excalibur and Boom. As Boom is sitting at 11 and, oh, Tiny manages to go down to Mage in the mid. He died purple? I didn't know the base stones make him die in a purple stone pile. That is weird. Anyway, next item up for the Faceless Void will be the Diffusal Blade. I like this a lot. Usually if you end up skipping the Lightning, you just want to go for stuff that gives you more attack speed, more damage, and I really like the Diffusal because there's a lot of heroes, a lot of heroes that need the mana pool, like Lina, who just needs to cast spells all the time. Chrono, the Wraith King, and, you know, he'll just run out of mana. The Reincar, until level 20, that is, and he's leveling up relatively quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the 20 being picked up within probably, like, the next 6.5 minutes here. The power of the skeletons. He's going to go for the Radiance as well, so we are going to see a very Hector-esque build.
See the smoke on Singularity, but it looks like it was just to establish some wards.
Yeah, they want to try and take some map domination. They're looking now after this aggression to take the top tower. Arrow whizzes through. I wanted to say they probably should have just aimed for the cannon, but I don't think they really need to. They have the Jakiro nearby. That will serve as their temporary siege unit for the time being. In 5 seconds, that is. So they'll get the tier 2, but there's just so much aggression on the rest of the map that, like, they could counteract a tier 2 in the bot lane or counteract a tier 2 in the mid. We'll start expending TPs in to try and deal with this as the Ogre McGee TPs to the tower. Can't stop the skeletons, though. That is a lot of damage, actually.
Well, they can with the Jakiro. He has wave clear to stop the skeletons.
Now we see the Bloodlust tower just having a seizure there. Stun, though. Follows suit. Just going to dive under the tower here. Boom has Resurrection, is level 12, so we'll have the shorter cooldown. They find at least the kill on one. The Faceless Void jumps in, is going to be used up immediately. Resurrection being expended. Boom will find the kill on the Ogre McGee. The Chrono goes down. And unfortunately, they Chrono the Jakiro on the outer lines, who just slowly gets bipped away. And Boom, though, just man at the last second, but he already expended his Resurrection, so they do lose 2, and they're looking for more. Storm Spirit jumping to the high ground, trying to find more. No mana available, no stun yet, and both will escape as they couldn't really find a target to dedicate. So 2-2 even trade. They expended Chrono and they expended Resurrection, both equally long cooldowns. But definitely still on the side of Singularity, coming out on top of that one, being able to kill off a core Plus getting the important resurrection spell at level 2. Will take a long time for that bad boy to come back. The defusal now up online. I don't know if I actually saw it in the last fight. I wasn't really paying attention. The items at the time on the faceless, but now he's going to have the Manta as the next item. But he's not leading in the top of the net worth. It's Alina still at the top going for a... Is that an Aether? Didn't see what's in the courier here. It is an Aether. Okay. She's going to disassemble the boots, go for the Aether lens, the courier. Actually not making her way to her. Good to go. Aether lens pretty good. Just giving her that extended range for the Yule's cast as well as the Light Strike Array. Actually, she's going pure magic talent actually. She went for the 125 cast range as well. Do see that the Wraith King is having a CS fight off with both the Storm and the Faceless Void, trying to contest who's going to be second in the net worth here. He's going to go for the Radiance, previously proposed with the Blink Dagger into the BKB. It's very straightforward setup. I like it a lot. And then the Storm Spirit is going to go for the Silence. So we're going to see pretty much the same build as last game. Mage will likely go for the Bloodstone after he gets the Silence like he did at the end of the game. Didn't really get to see the Bloodstone go to work as he got it literally at the last minute and a half of the last game. But it seems like this game is going in a much quicker pace for him in comparison to last.
Singularity with 5-man smoke.
I imagine this will be the attempt to find a kill in the jungle here. They're going to immediately run into Supreme. They don't know. Okay, well, they know which one's which. Is the Yule's the correct one. Supreme stunned up as well, but they do have managed the rotations in there. They get this invis out that will slow everything down. The Tombstone gets thrown down, though. Supreme's going to be the first one to fall. Chrono is still available if they want to go for a hard team fight underneath the tower. Still invis from the Mirana invis. They are revealed, though, so they are slowed. They want to go for this kill on Boom. They find the ding, ding, ding stun as well, but the stun will follow suit from Curry, which kill off Mage, but they do find the kill on Boom. I still is the better trade for them. Excalibur looking for the last one. The Shrine is there. They want to get the follow suit stun on Curry. He does have a blink in 3 seconds, but he gets blink. He's getting caught. He's arrowed to the face. He's going down, and that is a 5-man wipe. There's just purpley death again. When he's alive, I have to look at his items. I don't know how he's dying in a purpley smoke like that. But they do manage to find an easy 5 wipe on that one.
Without even expending Chrono.
Yeah, they could easily turn back around and have another team fight. In fact, we see Excalibur going for the more greedier talent. Most of the time, we do end up seeing a lot of Faceless Voids go for the 1.5 seconds off a time walk. But he's feeling very confident in this game. He ends up going for the extra time lock damage. And yeah, this will probably just help him secure the rest of the game here. I don't really know, time lock damage is usually the best one to go for if you're playing in a pub game. But I guess he's just extremely confident against this Hippomaniacs lineup. The other reason why I wouldn't go more damage is because the less damage I do, the more mana I drain from the Wraith King in my Chrono. But anyway, Manta. It's just about there actually for Excalibur. He's probably going to go for the point booster first. How much longer until Radiance? Alright, he has the Sacred Relic, and we're seeing a good 1,000 gold for the Wraith King here. So, 20 minutes in, and he's having a real hard time keeping farm. That being said, they do still have the Tier 1 available. And it looks like they are drawing to figure out that they want to go from there. Maybe try to go for the Tier 2 in the mid at the same time. Curry comes in. Storm whips in as well, trying to find the jump, but it's not really going to find it. Will blink away. I think Mirana is calling in a mech. Yeah, Mirana calls in a mech. Chrono out on the Wraith King up in the top. No mana available. Has 3 wand charges. He wants to try and bring the res back out, and he will burn the res. And it's not a level 3 res, so it's still going to be a real long time. 2 minutes. It's actually insane how much his reincarnation changes from level 1 to level 2 to level 3.
Yeah, it goes from 120 seconds to 40 at the 2 to 3 mark. Less than half.
It's a real good spell. It's probably one of the only spells that makes Wraith King like remotely decent. Like, as much as the Mortal Strike skeletons are like really good, it's really based around like blink in, reincarnate, drop your like 80 million reincarnate fire blast stuns. But yeah, he's 5 levels still away from 20. He doesn't go for the skeleton attack damage, so we're most likely going to see him go for the reincar cost. Very standard now that they saw the diffusal out on the Faceless as well, so they don't want to risk it. The Manta being picked up as well, and the Radiance finally online for the Wraith King. So this will help him survive a lot more in those Chronos. He's going to skip the Blink Dagger and go straight into the Black King bar instead. Singularity camping out on the bottom, though. They managed to get Boom in the stun. Saber hanging out on the sidelines, though. Curry also sending in his own special little bait. Chrono is available. No, it's not actually available. They used it in the last fight, but Mage comes in, though, gets the silence out immediately out on Shadow Demon, but it's not going to matter. Going to be lifted up in the air. Muff trying to find a counteractive kill here. Boom's going to be Shadow Demon disrupted. We do see Faceless Void, Excalibur having a hard time underneath this tower here. Wraith King, no resurrection available, but now they saw the Radiance, and this Radiance alone made such a big difference in that team fight. Now they're going to find yet another kill here. Now with that Radiance, it's just like they got to find out a different way to take these team fights. And we do see that Faceless Void, now after completing the Manta, is going to go for the BKB. That'll be his way to counteract the fights from this Radiance. Usually he still ends up going a Monkey King anyway. Alright, well, Port Undying is going to get bashed up to Haven. Will go down.
Mage may be turning his eyes to Curry. Nope.
Oh, hang on. Manages to pick up the rune. Is going to throw up the haste. Will be Yule's, though, so it is going to dispel the haste. But they are going to end the return kill, possibly, out on the Curry here. Blinks away, but there's a lot of stuff to counteract that, including a Macropyre. So Peksu will find the kill, and most likely we'll see the death of this extremely already dead bot tower as Saberlight just runs into the tower, and he's like, I'm a beefy boy. I'll take all the damage. I've got 16 armor.
Alright, disengage and splitting up, pushing it back out their lanes.
Radiant are scanning.
I do want to point out that Ogre McGee is 5th in the net worth, with Mirana 4th in the net worth, above the 3 Tiny, who is only 6.8. Rune's going to be picked up, and Supreme going to be in a bit of trouble here as Mage is camping right on top of them. The Chrono comes in as well, and they will confirm 1 kill. Will they have enough time to get the Shadow Demon? Yeah, they got it with the Bloodlust. They'll confirm that one, no problem. They want to maybe try to find Mashani, who's up here. They'd have to chase him down real good. The stun just in range.
Oh, they're chasing. Time walk.
They really want to get it. They dropped the defusal. Yeah, he's going down. He's getting bashed. He's going dead.
And he also panicked, dropped his Tombstone and Flesh Golem.
I was trying to find out where the heck the Tombstone is. He actually managed to drop it on their high ground. I thought it was just like right in front of him. It's a pretty decent cast range on Tombstone. Oh, wait, never mind. He went for the cast range talent. That's why.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And yeah, this is definitely the Roche attempt with the Lina down for 4 seconds. The Undying with no Tombstone available. There's no counteractive team fight they could do. They 100% know that they're there, as there was a Dire Observer Ward up on the sidelines here. They throw a tree out there. They're just going to disengage. Yeah, they don't want to risk it now with everybody finally up online. Sentry thrown down to see if they knew where they were. But it looks like they're not going to find it. Arrow whizzes through. Almost would have hit Muff if he was like an inch further up. Another arrow goes through. It's not going to find a target. They really want to fight for this Roshan. Or at least try to bait it. Clean up the Observer. Curry tosses them up in the air, though. Mage coming in, though. He's going to find the return fight. Macropyre as well. Stun goes down. The Tombstone thrown down as well. Silenced out onto Muff on the sidelines here. But we do see Mage just getting clicked down immensely. Not going to get stunned up. will be able to disengage for the time being. No chrono available just yet, but they don't need it. They'll find it with the constant bashes. Mage coming in, maybe try to find the confirmed kill on Shawnee. He will end up going down. Muff will be next to fall, and now Wraith King in a bit of trouble, losing his mana. Does have wand charges available, and he wand charged, but it didn't help. He still went down. And this is where they either go and decide to go for the Roshan, or they actually end up losing Peksu under the tower here. Instead, no, we're going to see Mirana trying her best to find the kill on Supreme on the side time, but looks like we're going to have, Excalibur just going to walk back into the pit and finish up this Roshan. He's got enough attack speed to just make it a big, scary boy.
DNZ did find a sentry ward mid, but
won't be finding too much else here. It's almost like we will see the Aegis picked up on the Storm again, like we did in the last game, where we were initially, I thought like the Terrorblade would have ended up grabbing it, but since Mage cycling through his bottle charges, we'll pick it up. And now there's an Invis rune, so now it's, yeah, he's gonna swap it back. He's like, ooh, baby, that's a juicy one. Faceless Void still ends up going for the, where are you going, Storm? Oh my goodness, he found the Lina and killed the Lina. That's the Observer Ward. They're getting a lot of defensive vision that gives them all these kills. That's super easy to find all the way across the map. And since Storm was finally level 18, that zip costs the lowest percentage rate, as well as just having a Kaya. The Bloodstone's going to be next for him as well. This mid tower should be going down here. It probably will get denied, yeah. Johnny will land the deny. Chrono available. Does manage to land it on 2, and this looks like a very dead looking... no, they do manage to find the disruption, but Shawnee will go down indefinitely. Though not a super worthwhile chrono. Ideally, they did want to really kill off that Wraith King, force the buyback. But not this time. Scotty will actually be the next thing for Excalibur. He's going to skip the BKB and be like, yeah, we don't really need it. I think we're alright without it. As he gets stunned down here in the bot, just resets his HP though. Mage coming in, getting a little cheeky jump out on Shadow Demon. Won't be enough to kill him. Just enough to put him within a decent percentage rate. They lose the remaining tier 2 towers. And maybe looking to set up for a fight in the mid. Tiny doesn't have Ags yet, so it's not like... And actually, no, this Tiny's skipping Ags completely. He's just going to go straight into the BKP.
too many disables this game not to.
Regeneration. Vanish.
I have the worst glare in my office, and I cannot see the mini-map. Boom, gonna be in a bit of trouble here. The Moonlight Gaze is gonna be just watching him over. The BKB goes down. It will prevent the defusal, but not really gonna change much, though. They do end up having an easy kill on the Muff. Buyback goes out immediately. Oh, Boom is trying to fight Excalibur underneath the macro power. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, we have Shawnee going down. Just, there's so much damage trying to go out here, and Wraith King now with no resurrection, just getting bashed, losing all of his mana, and now we see 3 going down here. The dieback, no, Lena actually did not buy back, but most likely we'll have to buy back right after this, and there's the buyback indeed. We see Ogre McGee getting low here. Curry, he's going to go down, has buyback as well. We'll see that one go out. See Muff on the sidelines, though. Mage actually going to get stunned up. He does have Bloodstone available if he has enough mana to end up using the channel costs. But it looks like, oh my goodness, Ogre McGee just barely getting out of there. And they'll have to disengage from this one. All the buybacks will save him and hold him over the time being, though. Arrow goes through. It's not going to find any target, though. Mage jumping back in, throws the silence immediately. We'll counteract the Yules with Mage. We'll throw Curry coming up, trying to throw anyone up in the air and get a kill, but it looks like he's going to be the one that's going to be going down here. Instead, the Chrono goes out in the back lines. They find the jump on 2. They throw the GG, and there's nothing they could do. They get the Aegis off of Mage, and there's literally nothing that will save them from this game as they get the kill on Muff, and it's a 5-man wipe yet again. Singularity take the series 2-0.
2-0. Oh my goodness, that was an action-packed game.
A very quick and fun game indeed. 31 minutes in with a 27k net worth lead, 39-15. Singularity just showing that they don't need their axe. They could just go with the Storm Spirit and run with the flow. And Storm Spirit definitely providing them a lot of space and a lot of damage in that game. But I'm sure if, like I was talking about, if we ended up going to Dota Buff, it would say that the lane was a tie. because Storm Spirit versus Lena, there's no real one that wins that lane, except for the fact that Lena did manage to kill Storm Spirit twice earlier into the game. But Storm Spirit has a much quicker recovery rate, as he can jump into team fights where Lena can't really do that.
Oh yeah, he was destroying the back line of Hippomaniacs for sure.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, with the 2-0 series between Singularity and Hippomaniacs, we're going to have another series coming up right around the corner. It's going to be Team Liquid versus Askomani. That'll be really hard to say throughout the whole entire series. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be right back with our next series.